Welcome back to the Rudder. My name's Brooke and this is a different type of video than we normally deliver on our channel. If you subscribe and like to our channel, you'll know that we typically do lots of boat reviews. Well, for the next couple of videos, we're going to be coming to you to track this cyclone that's coming. So currently it's about 2 days away and it's barreling towards the coast as a category 2. Now, why is that any different for our international viewers? We never have cyclones here. We've had one in the last 50 years. And so as you can see, we live on the canal. So the difference between a cyclone and a hurricane, for those of you who are from the other side of the earth, a cyclone spins clockwise. So we're about 100 kilometers south of where the cyclone is expected to cross the coastline, and given it rotates clockwise, the southern part of the cyclone is the worst, unfortunately. So there's actually three things that we are worried about. First of all, it's wind. So being on that southern end of the cyclone, we're expected to cop quite a bit of wind. Hopefully it doesn't go to a category 3. The next thing is the rain that's going to come with that. We're predicted to have almost 1,000 mils of rain. I'm going to take you down and show you the highest level our pontoon has been to when we've had nowhere near that much rain. The third thing that we're a little worried about is the cyclone's actually going to hit in the middle of the night tomorrow night, and that actually coincides with a high tide. So they're worried about storm surges which are going to come directly up the canal. So we're going to take you down to the pontoon right now. We'll show you the different heights, and throughout this video we'll come to you live and show you where the water's at and how we're coping. We've done a few things to prep, and shout out to our viewers in the States for some advice around what to do in a hurricane. We'll take you down to the boat. We've actually stripped everything off the pontoon and off the boat, so we'll go through and we'll take you down and have a look at it now. We're also going to show you the height that the pontoon got to last time. We're a little bit worried because last time it got to only 1 meter below those poles. So we're just putting some plans in the back of our head. What do we do if that pontoon pops over the poles? Now, that's actually what they're designed to do. But you can see that we've also got a quite expensive high field sitting on our pontoon, so we don't want to lose that. So let's go down and take a look at what we've got and how we've set up. So we've just gone down a few steps from the height of our house down to the pool. The pool is about sort of shoulder or chest height. The house is about chest height above the pool. Now, last time we had a significant amount of rain. The canal came to about this far, a foot off the pool. So they're expecting the water's going to come higher than that this time. So just to give you a bit of insight, I think we're about mid-tide at the moment. So we're not even at the beach yet, and so the pool's about head height above the high tide mark. So we'll go around here. This is our very important stick to know when we can get under the bridge, so that's about mid-tide there. And let's map our way down. You can see that we're actually sloping downwards as we walk down to the pontoon. Now, I want to show you this. Just stay over there, Damian. This mark here is where the pontoon got to last time we had a flood. So there's a lot of water still to go, but it's not that far from the top of the pole. So while it looks quite extraordinary now to know that, wow, are you going to get that much water? Apparently it's predicted. Who knows what's coming, so keep on watching this video. How high the water has to get. So all the way up, pool's above my head, and then we go up all these steps. So we're expecting this much water to fill the canal. So a couple of things we've prepped. Obviously we've got our Antoinette in the fab dock. Now, the great thing about the fab dock is the puppies are going a bit crazy already. The great thing about the fab dock is it's powered off the boat, not off shore power. So that's going to continue to empty as the rains come down. we've taken the covers and the bimini off, and so Damian's going to actually show you what we did with that now.
Alright, well this bimini's proving to be a bit more troublesome than I originally thought. I think these zip things without a zipper might be problematic. So what I'm going to do is probably take the entire steel work out. So take off the pop rivets at the top, slide it across here, and then take the poles out and the whole thing will be gone. One of these fun jobs that I guess will work out as we get there. I think I'll get it off okay. Getting it on again might be the tricky bit, but at least if this just stayed, it's essentially a sail. Even though I said I'm not too worried about the wind, this cyclone track could change, so I think it's best to get out of here. Alright, I'm going to get to it. So yeah, with the pop rivets, you just get a little screwdriver and pop the top off. Oh, that's close. And these ones are actually screwed in, so unscrew that, we'll undo that, and then run it off around that track. Undo the white thing there. Okay, I'm sort of halfway through this. So we've just undone the inside pole just by one screw up in the top there. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that on there for the minute, but it's there for the second. And out here there's just a second rail here where the sides go into, so I've just taken those off, and the little thing there, that's my solar. Don't know if I'll secure that more. Bit of dirt in there. So the wind's getting up, so I'm trying to move quite quickly. Yeah, I won't be able to film this next bit, but there's a rail, the main rail, where the whole thing's got to slide around. So maybe we undo one pole and try and slide it probably this direction, and try and get this thing off. Okay, this is possibly more for me than for the video, but we have all the poles off now. So I've just taken the one off just in there that I originally had, that's the mid pole, and I didn't know this, there's a pop button on the outside poles just there, so you can easily pop them off, and so that was just in that one there, and then just one screw holding it in there. So now technically all we have to do is slide it around that trail, the rail there. Okay, let's see how that goes and we'll get out of this wind. Alright, there we go, one Antoinette. No bimini. I've never seen it like that before. Quite a bit brighter.
Alright, back, we've taken everything's pretty much off the pontoon. We've got extra ropes and lines on the boat. We've taken all of the covers off. We've got a bit of a squall coming in, but I just want to point out, you'll notice the ropes aren't fully tight. We've got ropes connected to the fab dock and to the boat. You'll notice they're not fully tight, and that's just to give it a bit of movement as the wind blows. So that's Antoinette. Let's move over to the high field now. We've got a couple of extra so we've taken all of the covers off. Obviously the bung is out of the back. Damian's got a couple of extra ratchet straps around to secure this in the high winds. Now, a couple of things we're not quite sure about, and this is actually really tame compared to what we're expecting, but we're not quite sure whether to drop a couple of anchors. So as I mentioned before, this is designed to pop up and over the poles here, but so we've got an anchor ready here in case. The great thing about this part of our canal is it's not exactly high flow, so we're not in a high flow area. That's the end, that's the storm drain here, and so the water will just rise up and just sort of stay, so we're not expecting massive flow of the water. So dropping an anchor could be one thing. Any other comments or ideas, make sure you leave them in the comments box below. So yeah, let's cross our fingers. That's how we've prepared, and we'll come to you throughout the video. Stay tuned to see what happens with this cyclone.